Any other members seek recognition? Yes, Ms. Randall.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to add my voice to disputing the position that everyone who has lost their job has been a wasteful bureaucrat. I have an email from one of our colleagues at Veterans Affairs in Washington State, and they share with me some of the folks that they lost on February 24th. 6 from supply chain management, which includes an inventory specialist, a position that is in such critical short supply that they can no longer staff the night shift. Those are the folks who ensure that the hospital is supplied with medical supplies and equipment. This inventory specialist was hired on a veteran's preference, and her position was so necessary that she was hired during the budgetary hiring pause, but she lost her job on February 24th. They lost 2 program support assistants who go out in the community to help house homeless veterans, folks who are living on the street. One of them was a disabled Iraq War veteran and a cancer survivor who was so happy to be back at the VA supporting the organization that supported him through his bone marrow transplant and other procedures. Another program support specialist worked in geriatrics and extended care, where he was working in the home-based primary care program, traveling and supporting nurses who were visiting patients who were unable to leave their homes to come to the hospital to get the care that they needed. Another in radiology, a similar program where we have had extreme shortages. Dedicated public servants who believe in the mission of the VA, who believe in helping their fellow veterans, who show up every day to serve, but are being characterized as bureaucrats, as wasteful, as a waste of our taxpayer dollars. When people, real veterans who have served our community are relying on them to help them access care. Mixed up with in the midst of all these firings, we've also seen truly wasteful and inefficient use of government resources when procurement cards were limited to $1. There was a pause on procurement cards. And what that meant was that folks who were traveling, like that veteran I mentioned earlier, to receive essential care like a bone marrow transplant, were not able to have their housing paid for while they and their family were traveling out of state. These are serious impacts on veterans in our community who have served bravely and who continue to do the work of caring for others who have served. This is not about wasteful bureaucracy. This is about ensuring that we are keeping our promise to take care of those who have stood up for us. I yield back to my colleague, Mr. Subramanian.